In this video, we will show you the process of how to check your registration time and how to add and drop classes. View your registration status before registration opens to make sure that you don't have any holds that will prevent you from registering. Let's get started by going to Western's homepage and selecting My Western from the Menu tab in the top left corner, and then clicking Web for You. On Web for You, you can look at your student records, register for classes, and access your financial aid and scholarship information. To view your registration status, first click Registration, and then Prepare for Registration. Select the term you will be registering for from the drop-down menu, and then click Continue. On this page, you can see when registration opens for you and if you have any holds that might prevent you from registering. Hopefully, you will see 3 green check marks, meaning you do not have any holds and should be able to register when it opens for you. If you see a red circle with an exclamation point, this means that you have a hold on your registration. In this section, you can see the reason for the hold and the phone number of the office to call for more information on how to resolve it. You will want to view your registration status every quarter, at least a week before registration begins, to make sure you know when registration opens for you and to make sure you don't have any holds. To register for classes, click on Registration towards the top of the page to be brought back to your registration landing page. From here, select Register for Classes, and then select the term you would like to register for in the drop-down menu and press Continue. Your Register for Classes page contains 3 main sections. Along the top half of the page, you can search for possible classes. In the bottom right is your Summary section, where you can register for or delete classes you added. In the bottom left, you have a calendar view of your class schedule. You can toggle between this and a list view with more details. Towards the center of the screen, you can change the size of the 3 windows so that some are displayed and others are hidden. For now, we will select the dot icon in the center so that all 3 sections are visible on our screen. Using the top section of the Register for Classes screen, let's start searching for possible classes to add to our summary. There are 3 different ways to search for classes: Find Classes, Enter CRNs, and Plans. Find Classes allows you to search for classes in the same way as Browse Classes. For example, let's do a subject search for economics. The results page shows every economics class offered in the selected term and provides important information for each section. Just like in Browse Classes, you can click on the title of a course to bring up a Class Details menu. Under Class Details, you can toggle between tabs featuring a course description, prerequisites, restrictions, and more. Once you identify a class section you are interested in taking, click Add, and you will see that the course now appears in your summary section in the bottom right corner. However, we have not yet officially registered for the course. To officially register for the course, confirm that Web Registered is selected in the Action column, and then press Submit. Now the class status should say Registered, and the class will appear on your weekly calendar with a green checkmark. The status of Registered verifies that you are currently registered for the course. At the bottom of the summary section, you can see how many credit hours you are currently registered for. If you want to delete a class you have registered for, change the action dropdown to Web Delete and press Submit. When adding and removing classes, it is important to always double-check the status column. You must press Submit anytime you want an updated action to take effect. Now let's briefly go over the other 2 ways you can add classes to your summary. If you have written down course reference numbers, CRNs for classes, you can enter them by selecting Enter CRNs. Type the CRN, the 5-digit number associated with the specific section you would like to take. Once you have entered them, press Add to Summary. Remember, to register for the class, you must now confirm that Web Registered is selected in the Action column and then press Submit. Finally, if you have used the Plan Ahead feature, you can register directly from your prepared plans by selecting the Plans tab. If you added specific sections of a class to your plan, you can add them to your summary from this page. If you added a course to your plan without selecting a section, you must first click View Section and choose your preferred section of the course to add from there. Now that you have added several classes to your summary, you can continue using the Action drop-down menu to register for, delete, or waitlist courses. Once you are happy with your schedule, you can see a calendar view of all of your courses in the bottom left corner. Please note that if you have waitlisted for any courses, these will appear on your calendar view as well. By clicking Schedule Details, you can find detailed information about your registered and waitlisted courses. Reach out to advisors with any questions about registering for classes or planning your schedule.